Hey, what's up? 2 years ago on May 1st, I decided to do a challenge called the Spider-Man Push-Up Challenge on TikTok, where I went 100 days straight doing Spider-Man push-up. The challenge was set to start on day 1 of May 1st. On day 1, I would do 1 Spider-Man push-up. On day 2, I would double it and do 2 Spider-Man push-ups. Day 5, I would do 5. Day 10, I would do 10. Day 50, I would do 50, so on and so forth until I got all the way to the 100th day, where I would do 100 Spider-Man push-ups in one go. That challenge was obviously a 100-day challenge, and I'm proud to say that I did complete every single day, 100 days, and every single day of it is on TikTok 2 years ago, where you can actually go back and see all the days. The challenge wrapped up on the 100th day, which was August 8th, where I did 100 Spider-Man push-ups in one go. Now, when I say one go, it's not like get down, do 100. It was, of course, broken up into sets of like 10 or 20, but it was all within one continuous video. Last year on August 8th, to honor that challenge, I did 100 Spider-Man push-ups again, all in one go. Of course, to honor the fact that I did the Spider-Man push-up challenge from start to finish 100 days straight for the first year. And last year, at the end of the video, I made a promise that I would do the exact same thing this year and every year going forward. On August 8th, I would do 100 Spider-Man push-ups in one go to honor the challenge. So that's what we're doing today. Hey, what up, I'm Miles. This is going to be a bit of a quicker video because it's not really like an informative video. It's literally just me honoring my Spider-Man push-up challenge and just doing another 100 for another video. You can feel free to follow along at home if you would like, but please don't feel pressured to do 100 of them. You don't have to. But if you do want to do the Spider-Man push-up challenge, please feel free to go ahead and tag me in your videos. Now, before we get started, I'm sure you're asking, what is a Spider-Man push-up? Let's explain what that is. Everybody knows what a basic push-up is, where you get into the basic stance, shoulder width apart, arms down and straight, legs back, and you just do one down, one up. From that basic push-up position, obviously there's a whole bunch of variants that we like to do. We have the wide grip push-up that works a little bit more of your back muscles like this. We then have the star grip push-up where you put your hands like this as a diamond, go down, and it works a lot more of your chest. And then of course there's a bunch of different variations where you could jump up and do a clap, jump up and do a clap behind your back, one arm push-ups behind the back, all that fun stuff. But a Spider-Man push-up is a little bit different. A Spider-Man push-up is the same as a normal push-up where you go down into the normal shoulder width position, but as you go down into the push-up, you move your leg up like this to hit your chest. So you're replicating how Spider-Man climbs up a wall, like that. What makes a Spider-Man push-up a little bit different is the fact that it not only works everything a normal push-up works, but it also works your balance, your core, your abs, and a little bit of your leg muscles. And it just looks pretty cool and is a bit of a different challenge. So we're gonna do 100 of them. I think the smartest way to do this is to break them up into sets of 10. That way I don't exhaust myself and I don't risk pulling anything or injuring anything. That's how I ended up doing it the first year, was I would break it up into sets of 10, especially when I got into the higher numbers like 80 or 90. Doing like 9 sets of 10 is way easier than doing 90 straight up. But first, we're gonna do some stretches because I'm feeling a little tense right now. Feel free to follow along with our Spider-Man stretches, but these technically aren't really Spider-Man stretches. These are just like push-up stretches that I'm doing to stretch my arms out. The last thing you want to happen is when you're trying to do a push-up, something pops back here. And I know because I've had that happen before and it sucks. You of course want to also stretch out your thighs down like that, Spidey squats, because you are going to be using your legs. All right, with all of that out of the way, let's get into it. That's set 1, but I'm actually feeling pretty good, so I'm gonna immediately do set 2. I think I can do 20. Whew, that's 20, let's take a rest. Something I will say, and what I just noticed, is even after doing my stretches, I am noticing a pop on the back of this left shoulder whenever I go down with my right leg. But I'm noticing that I'm only really getting that when I'm looking up at the camera, so I think it's something torquing in my neck. Don't really know why, but it's super annoying. I'm still gonna do all 100. It's just gonna suck if I pull that. Is that a drone? I think that's a drone. That's cool. Hey, if one of you is flying that drone, let me know. That'd be sick. That's pretty cool. Let's go. Whew. That's 40. I think that's a drone because it keeps getting closer to me and I think it's messing with me. That's actually kind of cool. How cool would it be if I had a drone, like do drone shots? That'd be sick. That's actually something Michael and I are thinking about investing in, is a drone. Kind of get cool aerial shots of Spider-Man on like a rooftop. Just kind of something more to up the game, because we try to do everything we can to up the game. All right, I'm gonna get these last 10 out, then we'll be halfway done and I can take a bit of a longer rest. Whew. All right, halfway there, let's take a breather. Forgive me if I'm not like commentating between the sets, if you can't tell I'm out of breath, because at the end of the day, I am doing 100 push-ups, Spider-Man push-ups, outside, in the heat, in a mask. And that's all just a fun little recipe for a challenge. But as life might put it, I'm always hungry for challenge. Wow, that's like a good metaphor. If I didn't have like 2 brain cells, I probably could have worded that a little bit better. My mic on? That would suck if it wasn't. It's becoming a mild staple that I have to check if my mic is on, because sometimes it just isn't. I've lost valuable content with my mic just not being on. I think every creator at some point or another has just not had their audio on, and dude, it's a real kick in the dick. That sucks, especially when it's like a banger video too. Yeah, I would say that I'll do another 15 to get to, nope, 25, math, to get to 75. But I know that if I stop doing sets of 10, I'm gonna lose count because I can't do math. So I have to keep them in the sets of 10. So we're gonna do 60, and then if I'm feeling good, I'll get to 70, then take another rest. Then we're cooking. But I feel like I'm getting through this pretty fast compared to the last couple years. That's 60. See, it's crazy. If you're actually like doing this challenge and like you want to try it, it's so crazy when you're like, yeah, I just did 60, but you still don't feel like you're there. You're like, damn, I got 40 more. But like, take a second to think about it. You just did 60 Spider-Man push-ups in like 5 minutes. That's a lot. I'm sure there's gonna be some macho gym guy who's like, oh, I could do 600 in that amount of time. Shut up, bro. This ain't for you. Good for you, but like, all right, let's do quick, get to 70. Actually, I'm gonna try to get to 80, then take a longer rest. Because the goal of 20 is a lot more achievable than 30. I don't know why. Probably because the number's smaller. That's a nice glow right there. That's 80. Oh, we're like on the home stretch, we're right there. Something I will say, and what I'm sadly coming to remember about doing this challenge for 100 days, is that your chest, shoulders, thighs, and tries don't nearly hurt as bad as your wrists. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm doing the challenge outside, like in grass, or if when my leg goes up, I'm putting more weight on, or if my position is too far forward and I'm tilting my wrist. But I've always noticed whenever I do Spider-Man push-ups specifically, my wrist hurts the most from supporting the angle. And that's really strange to me, because like on the one hand, gains that the rest of my body doesn't hurt yet, it's going to later. But on the other hand, damn, realizing I got 20 more of these bitches and my hands hurt. It's like only Spider-Man push-ups too, because I do normal push-ups in the gym for my ab set all the time, and my wrists are never an issue. I honestly think it's the grass. I don't know. I'm probably making stuff up now. I'm stalling. Okay, let's pump out 10 more, then we're on 90, we're on the home stretch. It's crazy. You don't feel like you're close until you're there. Then you look back and you realize, damn, it wasn't really that far to begin with. That's a good quote. That's actually a good quote, and I didn't even use brain cells for it. Knowing my audience, they're gonna quote the second part of that, where I say the brain cells versus the actual motivational quote. Someone clip that. On to 90. Okay, home stretch. We got 10 more. Take a bit of a breather before we hit that. I was gonna talk about this after the challenge, but while I got you here, and I can abuse the viewer retention, because you know, that's important. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't judge me, I'm just a YouTuber. I don't know how to do this. Something I wanted to take a second to talk about is why this challenge actually means so much to me, and why I make it a point to do this every year. Last year it was really easy. I worked like a dead-end job that didn't take much energy, and I was out at a certain time, so I had a bunch of time to film the video the day of and edit it and post it. But this, if I'm being genuinely honest with you guys, the day I'm filming this is August 7th. And the reason for that is a lot of my life has changed. I'm a lot busier now. It's a lot harder to balance the double life, having a personal life, working an actual real career now, and actually liking what I do, and actually like making a difference in the world because of it, and also the content, the social media thing. Trying to balance both has become very much a challenge. So anyway, why am I saying all this? I'm saying all this to say my schedule is incredibly packed, and it is very difficult to find time during the week to film, especially when I'm going out to do something like this. But I made the time and I made the effort to actually do this because of how much this challenge means to me. So why does this challenge mean so much for me? Let's hit the last 10 and we'll talk about it. Ha, see, I got you. Viewer retention. Please don't hate me. And that's 100. All right. Let's get deep for a second. If you don't want to have this conversation, that's fine. We got the challenge done. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day, you know? But for those of you who do want to know, I'm open to talking about it. 2 years ago when I decided to do this challenge, I was not in the best place. I really wasn't. And a lot of people, when they say that, they say like, I wasn't in the best place because things in my life were going wrong, right? Like, oh, maybe so-and-so left me, or maybe so-and-so wasn't going right. And they're very much a victim of their circumstance. I'm not here to say that, and I'm not here to like ask for sympathy because of that. 2 years ago, the reason I was in such a bad place was solely because of me. It wasn't anything that had happened to me. It wasn't anything that anybody did to me. It was quite literally through and through true, honest actions that I did that But evidently the reactions to that caused a bit of a rough patch. I'm not gonna go like super into detail because we've gotten past that, we've moved on. But basically what I'm trying to say is I was not in a good place solely because of the actions that I chose to take and be as a person. I was not the best person 2 years ago, and I will fully admit to that. I was not happy with the person I was, mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, spiritually, all that. I had problems up the wazoo. I was a mess, right? And I'm sure a lot of you guys who have been around for a long time know that my channel started about 2 years ago, around that same time. So you'll notice there was a bit of a shift. That shift happened because I decided to make a choice. On May 1st of whatever year that was, I don't want to do the math, on May 1st of that year, I decided to actively make a choice to better my life because I knew that not being in the best spot was causing a lot of bad things. And I didn't like the person that I was, so I wanted to actively change that. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to change myself. I didn't know how to improve. I always thought it was such a big thing to do. I always thought it was like such a big jump, a big leap to take. I realized if I broke it down into small, manageable goals and I would achieve those goals, I could increase them step by step. So that's why I came up with the Spider-Man push-up challenge, because I was attacking the physical element of what I wanted to improve. And I had never gone to the gym at that point. I had never worked out in my life. I was a really scrawny dude, no muscle on my body whatsoever. I had no idea what to do. So I started off by going to my backyard and doing a single push-up. And I made sure to record and post myself doing it so I could hold myself accountable. That was the biggest thing, was holding myself accountable for everything that had gone wrong in my life and that I was solely responsible for, and saying, instead of trying to sit here and blame other people, I'm just gonna say, fuck it, hold myself accountable, take all of that weight and transfer it into something good. Thus began the Spider-Man push-up challenge, where I was attacking the physical part of that challenge. And every single day I would increase the challenge. I would double it, and then I would add one more, and then I would add one more, and then I would add one more. Consistently staying disciplined for 100 days. And then after that, going to the gym was very easy because I had already been disciplined and conditioned for 100 days straight to hit that goal. And I'll be honest, by day 10, I didn't feel different, I didn't look different. By day 20, I didn't feel different, I didn't look different. When I started to get to like day 30, 40, 50, 60, I noticed that I not only started to look a little bit different, but I felt better. And I realized it was because subconsciously I was attacking the other parts of my life as well. I was going after the emotional, the spiritual, the mental part that was struggling. And I was doing those small little baby steps day by day without even realizing it, to improve my mental health, my emotional health, my maturity, my well-being, all of that, all of those things. All of that in tandem with the Spider-Man push-up challenge that was increasing in challenge every day, but I still managed to do it. Now I look at myself 2 years later and I realize that I am a completely different person than I was 2 years ago. And it has nothing to do with outside circumstance. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It has nothing to do with problems or stress or life. It has everything to do with me and the decision that I made to do so. And I think that that's kind of symbolic and poetic in a way of my life was kind of like on a downward spiral because of my own actions. And I made the choice of my own action to kind of reverse it and try to make it better. And hey, look, I'll be honest. Yes, I'm 2 years down the line. I feel better. I look better. I feel as though I'm overall a better person, a better human being, but I'm not perfect, you know? I'm not like this perfect human who has fixed every single flaw. I've improved a lot of them significantly and become more or less a different person overall for the better, but it doesn't mean I'm without flaw. And that goes for everybody who does something like this, who tries to improve their life. You're not without flaw. You're gonna have slip-ups, you're gonna have relapses. It's just life, it happens. But all that matters is that it's important to take that first step, even if it's just as simple as going in your backyard and doing a push-up, and then staying disciplined with it and continuing that day by day. Now that we kind of got that whole spiel out of the way, I just wanted to explain why this challenge means so much to me and why I want to sit here in a Spider-Man mask outside in the brutal heat and do 100 push-ups for you. I know that this is far-fetched, far and few between, but I do hope that this challenge or the story behind it at least affected somebody and impacted somebody in some way, whether it was trying to inspire or motivate you to go after your goals, or maybe telling you that it doesn't have to be all at once, you could take little baby steps, or maybe trying to convey to you that, hey, I'm not a perfect person, I've made mistakes, I'm not proud of them, but I made the choice to try to be better and improve off of them. It doesn't erase the mistakes, but it does make a better future. I don't really know, but I do hope that this video helped somebody, or maybe you're just getting entertainment out of watching some dude in a Spider-Man mask ramble on about life, but in a glorious sunset, by the way. Anyway, before I end this video, as we all know, I suck at counting, so there is a chance that I totally messed up the count. So I'm gonna do another 10, just because I'm feeling up to it, I have the energy. And to prove that I'm not like reusing the video, number one, the sun is in a different position, but I'm gonna go back like 5 more feet and just do another 10. I'm gonna speed them up. So if anyone wants to go through and count, if I missed 10, here's another. If I didn't, 110. Suck it, nerds. There, no excuses. And I do sincerely thank every single person who has decided to watch any of my videos. Click the subscribe button, click the like button, or at any point just leave a comment, because you guys don't realize, but that stuff really does not only help the channel grow, but it does help me know that there's a community out there, sorry I'm out of breath, who I am reaching, who I am impacting, and who I do feel as though enjoy the content that we make. Anyway, let's wrap up the video there. But for those of you who stuck around, another hint for October's secret cosplay. Since we're getting closer, I'm gonna give you 2 hints in this video. Actually, not really a hint. They're kind of just 2 updates, but they count as hints if you really watch for them. Update number 1 is that the content we will be shooting is at the end of this month. So we're getting very close. We're about 2 months out from the secret cosplay. We are shooting at the end of this month. So definitely make sure you're on the lookout on my Instagram for more updates and teasers. Update number 2, which is kind of a hint. I don't know if I've given this hint already. I am not the only person in the video. The video does require a second actor / actress who we have casted. Again, I can't explain any of the hints or details. Make sure to follow my Instagram for more updates about that. But October 1st, make sure you tune in to see what that secret cosplay is. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and love, do good things, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, Spider-Man!